My name is Joseph. I am software QA engineer in data storage. If in your organization or in your work field, you perform repetitive tasks which can be programmed or scripted, I developed a method, an open source solution to manage and automate your task. For true, this method is not only limited to QA or integration teams. It is applicable to any organization that manages automated tasks. This solution is structured in two stages. The first one is the preparation of the task, and the second one is a solution, a task management solutions tools, is the specific application, the method. The first thing to do is to identify the task and create the task. And it is important to know that for me, a task is a test or integration program or scripts. For programming task, you can use any kind of language, like Shell, like Oak, like PowerShell, like C, Java, C++, Python, or your own framework API. And for my presentation, I used Selenium Web Framework. When you identify the task and create this task, you need to integrate this task into a tools, and I'm using Jenkins continuous integration tool. When this preparation is done, we can enter into my specific development. This development is a task manager tool right in Django Python Web Framework. And after that is optional, you can schedule the task. For the demo, we are going to work around web user interface maintenance to web user interface for maintenance technician. Sorry, is web UI for technician, for help the technician to change some hardware or software. Is included hardware and software task. The only constraint, only limitation is depend of the number of the free machine for test. And my constraint for the moment, I just go to focus for the software task. The hardware task can be done in the future. Let's go to the demo. I go to share my desk. And we can now begin. Now, the first thing to do is to see the task. The first task is a Selenium job, like you see the code, and I go to run it into the command line, like this, very simple. And now you can see the script is running, and you see the task is doing automatically. Okay, and like you can see, now we can jump into the Jenkins automation. It's here. Here is Jenkins. I'm sorry. Here is this Jenkins integration. When the task, I programmed this task and I can running automatically like you see here, okay? And you can see after when it's running and sorry, we go do it again. It's okay. Go to run it again. Okay, now we have some problems. I do it again, up. Like you can see, okay, that is the first step, creation of the task, and we test it. Let's go. And now when it's okay, I let you see the result after the test is done, but we have time to continue. The second phase is the integration. And here I create a task, a job in Jenkins. For true, I install Jenkins in local, and I can program it what I want, and I play. That is the code for the job. Now in here I can programming a job, like for example, and run it. Like you see, I go to run it. Let me see what's happened here. Yeah, you see here in the 7 files the job is running. What we want to get. The run is already running, because that I let you see the integration into Jenkins, okay? Like you can see here, the job is running. Like the same thing one you can see here in the command line. Okay, it's just an integration of this test into Jenkins. Okay, when this step is doing, we can go to my specific tool that I write. I can manage all my job. And like you see here, we have a line, and this line is a job. But we can do a lot of things, okay? First thing to do, I let you see how we create a job. I take this line and I copy simply job. Like you see, the job is create. I can find my resources, my limitation of the tool is the number of cluster that you see. That is the total of the number of cluster that I can work in. But now I just listing just 6 one, okay? That when I develop my tool, I can use just 6 one. The test that I can use is I program 3. We're going to do this, but before all things, I need to prepare my cluster. I program this in this line. You can see what I can do. I check this test, and I go to tell him prepare my. I take this cluster, and I say first of all, I want that my machine is prepared. That is the version of the preparation. And I say simply prepare just my cluster, deploy my cluster. What you see, I run it. And here we go to see that the cluster go to be prepared. You see here, the number is changing, and I say to me that it is in status of running. Why this tool is like a monitor? Because I can enter into my cluster also without go in any other place. And I can do and enter into my cluster. Okay, that's in the same place. I can ask him to let me see what's doing with the cluster. And I go directly to my job. And I'm just in preparation. Okay, let me see now if, okay, you see, I jump into the command line and you see the test is doing. and the test is doing successfully. Like you can see, is right here in the end of the tube. You see something need to be right successfully down. Procedure is finish. Procedure is detail. You can see. I don't see. Okay, but you see the is passed successfully. Okay, as now we continue to explain my tool. Now the job is running. Take another one. I can enter in some SSH and I can do what I want. Okay, I can also ask him to enter into the TA console that I not need to open another place to open or send some command. Is open alone my console and I can working with my cluster and with my tool like I want. When it's okay, I go to try to run it. I go here for this cluster running this test. I just tell to him, execute TA test, and you are going to see that the test here, the number is changing. Okay, let's go. And here you see the number is 70 and it's in status running. If I go to the Jenkins job, we can see that the job is also running. Okay, as that is my monitor, and I can also, if I want, integrate a lot of things, like I can generate some tasks that I want. I work all the day of that is generate. I have 3 tests that I program. I say to my tool, generate me three tests for the 3, and it generate for the 3 tests. You see 1, 2, 3 tests are created in the same cluster. I can say also generate me tests with the number of clusters that I can. 6. I have 6 cluster, and you can see that we go to generate 6 testing with all the cluster is here. Tac tac tac. I can also all the information is storage into a database that I can play with him like I want. Delete, adding, and I can send report if I want. I can send report like this, export like CVS. I can also, okay, I can also make something very nice, like it is another application in the same philosophia, and I can obtain a very nice report, what I do, number of cluster I use. Is very, very, very useful. The good thing is that we can program it. That is the code that I use for, and I working with this code to generate this monitoring interface. And I hope that you you are very, very happy to see this demonstration. If you have some question, you can contact me. I will be very happy to help you. As for the moment, have a good time. Thank you for listening.